Welcome to the 2016 Ultimate Triathlon Review.
Here we are at the beautiful Durnford Lake in the heart of Shropshire, ready for the three disciplines we have at the Ultimate this weekend.
Yes, Keith, we have three different events here at this amazing challenge. We have the Ultimate One, which is just one lap of each of the three discipline courses over the shorter distance overall. We have the Ultimate Half Triathlon, and we have the biggest challenge of the weekend, that's the Ultimate Triathlon.
Well, as you can see already, 7 a.m. in the morning, the Ultimate triathletes are already getting in the water. This is a beautiful lake here at Durnford. I don't know if you know of it, but it is a spring freshwater lake that they have here.
Yeah, I do know that. I've swum in it myself. Fantastically clean lake. Very fresh indeed. Not too cold like some of the lakes are in the UK, so a perfect event for this Ultimate Triathlon.
So the guys are off and the women, they're all off together, and you can see we've got a beautiful start and a great morning today. It really is a fantastic weather. There's no wind, the sun's just about to break out, and perfect conditions to do this ultimate race.
Yeah, perfect conditions for any triathlete today, whether they're in for the win today or whether they're there just to complete the challenge of the distance. Of course, we're swimming here 2.4 miles. Now, it's 4 laps around this lake here at Durnford to complete the course. The half going a little bit later on this morning, they do 2 laps, and the Ultimate One, they just do 1 lap of this course.
What I like about this course as well is we have the Australian style exit, so you'll see in a minute when the guys and the women come out of the water. They've got about a 30-metre run, they've got a bit of a drink station there for them, and it is, just gives them a bit of a breather, but diving back in looks pretty cool as well, doesn't it, at this lake?
Yeah, it's a great sort of asset to this course, if you like, because it's good for the spectators and it's actually a bit of fun for the athletes as well. Something I like to do.
Oh, it is really good fun, because you do get the people that are coming out of the water and they just dive back in and look pretty cool. And you get some there, they just kind of walk back in because they know they're getting a bit tired, maybe the third lap or something like that. But it is a challenge. But also you get to see your family and friends when you come out of the water each lap.
Yeah, that's true. But we can see now, heading towards that far buoy, this course itself actually takes in the whole sort of outer of the lake itself. So it's like you're swimming a huge lap of the lake. And as you can see, the water nice and clean as the athletes are making their way through, and we should see that Australian style exit in a moment. You can see the cafe there, ideal for the spectators, and away they go.
So do we have this race today, Vic? Is there any favourites in there? Have we got a couple of athletes that are, we've looked at and think, right, these are going to do pretty well here today?
Well, in the main Ultimate Challenge today, some of the competitors, we've got Marcin Basinski, we've got Stuart Duckworth, one of the favourites today, George Holcroft, Matthew Collier, and that's in the men's. In the women's, we've got Karen Singleton, Hilary Powell, Laura Thomas, some of the names that are taking part today, and they're vying for the top honours.
Excellent. Well, you can see now that as here we go, the first exit, so you can see they come out past those Zone 3 boys, up the mat in there, and away ready for their next lap. So it is a bit of a challenge, but also, pretty exciting at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Matthew Collier there in the lead in the swim. And like you see there, Keith, straight back in and a quick dive. Be careful not to lose the goggles on the way. But there you go, away for the next lap.
Yeah, and the lake, the way it drops in as well, it gives them a nice little dive into the water there, so they're not going to hit the bottom or anything like that. And like I say, it looks pretty cool when they do that. And he's off again. And so it is the rest of them now coming. Well, you can see the second, third coming in now. Yeah,
we can. It's the chasing pack after Matthew. Don't forget, it's such a long event, 2.4 miles of swimming. That's an equivalent to 160 lengths in your local swimming baths. So a good old race, and of course, the next discipline, we've got 112 miles on the bike to go. So plenty of time yet to go. Very, very, very early days.
What I love about this lake as well, Vic, it's so clear as well. When you're swimming in open water, sometimes you can get in lakes and you have to really spot the buoys. But with this lake being so clear, it's almost like swimming in a swimming pool.
Yeah, it is. And there was the kids' triathlon the day before with about 400 children from 7 to 16 taking part. And of course, it's that good and it's clear of weed as well. So we could do a nice, safe swim at the edge of the lake. And so all of that age group and those kids, they could experience this fantastic lake.
With your experience of triathlon, Vic, what do you think about this course in the water? Do you think it's kind of a technical swimming course, or do you think it's quite an easy flowing one?
Well, it's fairly easy flowing. I think you don't really call a swim course necessarily technical. You call it either tough, so with a A sea swim would be very tough with waves and current, or a river with current. They're quite tough, but with this lake, it's ideal. There's a few buoys to turn around, but that's no big deal.
Excellent, excellent. So some of the women, I mean, look at that now. Great smiling face as they just coming in to do their next lap. Ooh, bit of a trip there, but everything's fine as she gets back into the water. Oh, now, here we go, Vic. Who's this guy?
So, in from I think that is Lukasz Stankiewicz. I'm not totally sure on that one of the commentary triathletes, but we can see now the men's race starting to come and collect their bikes ready. You can see all the bottles on there, 3 or 4 bottles on that bike there, ready for that 112 miles of cycling.
This is great. I mean, this is what I love about the camaraderie of triathlon. The guys there have come out of the water. The ultimate half are getting ready in the ultimate one, and what's happened? Everybody's turning around, giving them a massive round of applause as they come through transition.
Absolutely. So they should. It's an amazing achievement. And don't forget, we're not just talking about the guys and the girls here that are taking part to try and get in the top 3 and be medal winners. We're talking about people that have taken the challenge, the ultimate triathlon challenge, and they are there to achieve the distance, which is an amazing achievement. 2.4 miles of swimming, 112 miles of cycling, and don't forget, a marathon at the end.
And you're right, it is the ultimate in triathlon. This is the distance you want to do, this is the distance you want to achieve, and it is a great experience, not only for these guys who may be seasoned triathletes, but also people doing this for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. Most people will do shorter distances, and of course the Ultimate Weekend has shorter distance. We have the Ultimate Half, which is a really large entry level, and we have the Ultimate One, which is growing in size, and that's a quarter of the distance of the Ultimate Triathlon. So people that have just got into triathlon can perhaps take on the Ultimate One or the Half before they move on to the real Ultimate challenge of the longest distance event.
Right now, obviously it looks like the swim's out the way now, and most of them are on the bike. So give us a bit of a description on this bike course. How do you analyse this course?
Well, it's a 4-lap course, lots of feed stations for the triathletes, so they get to be fed and a toilet if they need it it's about 8 or 9 miles, which is fantastic for this distance of event. So they're well catered for. The characteristics of the course, flat in some places, undulation in another. So it's testing, but it's not too testing.
Brilliant. Well, now they're on the bike course now. Look, now we've got the Ultimate Half and the Ultimate One. They're just warming up, getting themselves ready. This is the big field for this race today.
Oh, it sure is. We've got the Ultimate Half and the Ultimate One mixed in this one wave. This is the 9 o'clock wave. The sun's come out for them as well, which is a nice added bonus. And this is a big wave of swimmers. The good swimmers at the front, and the ones that are in there for the challenge, they need to be at the back. Away they go.
Well, Vic, we talked about the ultimate. We talked about the Ultimate Half. We know that's split the distance in half there. What's the Ultimate One? I know that's a new event last year. So what? Explain about what the Ultimate One is.
Well, it's 1 lap of the course, so you experience everything that the Ultimate Half and the Ultimate Triathlon competitors experience. But it's a 0.6 of a mile swim, it's a 28-mile cycle, and it's a 6.5-mile run. So it's achievable, but it's still a very big challenge, especially for a lot of first-timers to triathlon.
I like that because it's not far off that Olympic distance, but it's also a bit of a mix of distances really but not far off compete at an Olympic level type of thing. So it's your first step into that, maybe that first extra go at it. And if you're not a brilliantly strong swimmer, then it's a great way to start going into that Olympic sort of distances.
It is, Keith. It's very close to the Olympic distance that we know, 1,500 metre swim, 40k bike, 10k run. It's slightly different, slightly longer on the run, slightly longer on the bike, but it's a little bit less on the swim. And a lot of people, when they get into the sport of triathlon or give it a go, the swim, in a lot of cases, tends to be the discipline that they're not so confident in.
Lovely swimming strokes here, these guys and women at the front of this Ultimate Half. So once again, you can see the sun's out, the course is absolutely amazing. This place here at Durnford, we've been here a few years now, Vic. Can you just describe how it is, how the set out is on this beautiful place?
Well, very self-contained. So as an athlete taking part, what you don't want is to be in, position A where car parking is, and position B where registration is, which is 10 miles down the road, and position C where your transition is for the swim, which is another 40 miles down the road. You want everything under one roof, and this is what Durnford offers: car parking, registration, cafe, finish line, swim start, transition area, all in one area. It's fantastic. It's almost like it's made for triathlon. It's hard enough to take the challenge of triathlon on. It takes all that training and all that commitment and all that effort on the day. What you don't want is a load of logistics to drag you down while you're concentrating on your race, and you don't have that worry with Durnford. It's a fantastic venue.
I actually think that you missed off camping there then. I'm not even sure, even there's a massive field to camp as well, and as we know, we go and visit those areas during the weekend, and we can see the camaraderie and the amount of people that are camping, and it just, like you said, it just makes a triathlon venue amazing. Everything's literally on site for you to take.
Yeah, and a fantastic experience for teams and clubs that all come to events here at Durnford together as a team. Like you say, great camaraderie for them.
So now we see the bike course. Some people now, maybe this is, you can see now the sun's breaking out brilliantly. What a great day this was. So here we are now. Matthew Collier, the lead guy in the Ultimate, is on the course. Now he has to complete just the last discipline, the marathon.
Oh yes, the marathon, 4 laps around the course. It actually incorporates the lake itself and the main road down to Tilstock, which is closed to traffic.
Brilliant. And once again, we have a lap course here, and you said something about feed stations earlier on, Vic. Is this the same on the run like it was on the bike?
Well, going back to the day when I did a long-distance triathlon similar to this, but many years ago now, you have to have lots of feed stations with lots of fluids and lots of solids as well. You need your food. You can't just have drinks or energy drinks to get through an event like this. You have to eat well, and this course has got a feed station approximately every mile.
Absolutely brilliant. That is, like you said, especially when the heat starts to pick up probably during the afternoon, when these guys are really starting to push themselves, they're going to need that energy, they're going to need that boost to get them through that marathon.
Yeah, they will. And it's so well supported, this event, with those great feed stations. But, being hydrated is very, very important. Event, of course, sponsored by High Five, and of course there's lots of High Five for them there today. Very important to make sure that they are hydrated, as you can see now.
And not only that, you've got time. Well, they've got time to stop in for energy. You've got bananas there. You've got a drink there, and you can see this. What a great venue! Once again, it's been supported there by the not competitors, family and friends.
Yeah, and we can see there race number 45. Now that is Lara. Now Lara Thomas, 35. She's in the lead at this point, doing fantastically well. I think this is her very first long distance triathlon, and she's in the lead at this point. Race number 41, and that is Lukasz Stankiewicz from the Coventry Triathletes, and you can see now the event, it's taking its toll.
It is taking its toll, even though this course is a very flat course, so ideal for personal best. And we've got Hillary coming in here, and so you can see, I love the fact that these are doing those distances, and yet look at the smiles on their faces. It's absolutely brilliant.
Well, it's not always smiles. This is Hillary Powell, but she's making the most of it. Some people will go through a little bit of pain, and sometimes you need to do that because that's the challenge of it. It can't always be smiles, Keith, can it?
No, well, yeah, of course it can. Of course it can. That's what you're doing this experience with triathlon for. That's what it's all about. So, some good runners here. Some people obviously stopping at this feed station, but when you get onto that course, it's not just about what the surface here. In fact, Vic, why don't you describe the surfaces of this whole run course?
Well, on each lap, you can see here, this is the road down to Tilstock. And that's a closed road, and you can see that's tarmac, and it's pretty flat. And then the other part of the lap, of each lap, is around the lake, and you can see we've got the grass here all the way around.
Well, I don't know if you just noticed there, but the lead guy in the Ultimate Half is now onto the run course. Thomas Garbett, he's now out there. Young 20-year-old for Total Tri Training. He's out there on the course. You can see the lead cyclist with him. And I think Ian Roberts, he was second at the moment in the Ultimate Half. He's just gone round the turn point as well. So here it is, the lead guy.
Yeah, in the Ultimate Half Triathlon, away he goes, looking very, very fresh indeed. A half marathon to go.
Yeah, I know. I know he's quite a good runner, this guy. I've seen him before, so he's got in this sunshine today, this heat on this course. There's not many hiding places, I don't think, on this course as well. They're not shelter, but it is a really good flat run course. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. So it's what you want. You don't really want huge hills at the end of a long distance triathlon, but it's testing enough at the same time.
It is. I like the fact that it is, and I think this is one of the best run courses we do because it's on fantastic surfaces here where you've got nice compact grass, you've got tarmac, so it's 50-50 split on each lap, and like you say, the feed station's there every single time you run virtually a mile.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're doing the ultimate triathlon, the ultimate half, or you're doing the ultimate one, and it doesn't matter about your ability. It's such a good course, it's such a good venue, and it's ideal for every ability.
So here's Thomas Garbutt again. Look at the pace he's going at. He's absolutely nailing this, I think.
Yeah, I think he's looking for a run split in under an hour and a half for that half marathon, which is good after 56 miles of cycling and 1.2 miles of swimming before that.
Finisher, Vic. Who's this guy? Do we know?
Well, this is in the ultimate half. I think Thomas Garbutt has already gone through in the half. I think that was Jason Walkley and Joe Duckworth coming through in third position. In the women's event, we've got Emma Wilkinson coming through in first place in the half, and Claire Sutcliffe in second, and Rosie Hattersley from Birmingham, she's in third position. Back to the ultimate.
Well, look at him. You can see now. Look at the pain going through here. I mean, 5 minutes ago I was talking about people smiling, but look, here we go. This guy is now, he's coming through to the finish line.
Yeah, this is race number 38, all the way from Ramsgate to the finish line, and winner Matthew Collier in the ultimate triathlon, and that means a great deal to him. You can see that in his face, the exhaustion there, but the passion of winning that event, you can just see it in his face. Amazing performance from him.
Absolutely brilliant performance. And here we have second place.
Yeah, second place, Marcin Basinski. Second place, that's a brilliant performance from him. Over the moon with that, as you can see.
And as you can see with Martin there, he was the reigning champion in 2015.
Yeah, and third position from not too far away from Lichfield is Stuart Duckworth. A fantastic performance from him to claim third.
So there you go, the top three guys in of the ultimate. And like I say, Martin last year, runner-up this year, but you can still, he was just as excited as he was when he won it in 2015.
Yes, absolutely. All the competitors coming through. Fourth position there is race number 4, ironically enough, George Holcroft from Basingstoke. Competitors from all over the country. In race number 41 in fifth, over the moon with his performance from Coventry triathletes, Lukasz Stankiewicz.
You know what I like about this, Vic, as well? It's not just about, for us as organisers, as being there, the passion that people go through, the pain. It's just amazing to be there, isn't it? It is just brilliant.
It is. It's great to support or feel like you're supporting the athletes. They are doing all the hard work, but it's fantastic to be there and try and help them in any way we can to get around the course.
Who do we have here, Vic?
And this is Laura Thomas, your 2016 Ultimate Triathlon winner. In second place with Karen Singleton, and third place to wrap it up for the top 3, Hilary Powell.
Well, that is a wrap, Vic. That is our Ultimate Triathlon 2016, the Ultimate Triathlon, the Ultimate Half, and the Ultimate One. We welcome you back to this great venue for 2017.